Hey, hello. Wait, let me test my voice one more time. Oh, okay. So if you're looking at the time, we're just gonna do things a bit backwards. So usually I start, and then after the hour, I run around like, it'd be like 6:10. But we're gonna do it backwards. We're gonna go around around 10 minutes until 7 o'clock. As you can tell, I can, hold on, I'm still getting ready. So, started a bit late, mostly because I just wanted to eat, and I wanted to eat leisurely. That's why. We are human beings and we have free will. But yeah, if I ever feel like, I'll be rushing to eat something, I'll just be like, whatever. I'll just push the stream back. It's not like, others probably won't appreciate that. Because they're probably also rushing about doing their own things. Dang. I have like hair all over my shirt right now because I took a shower earlier in the day. And that's when my hair is like, we need to release. But I always feel like I'll just be picking pieces of hair off of myself for the rest of the day. Alright. Okay, so let's see. Last episode we left off here. What is this island technically called? Is it just all Hell's Lid? Hell's Lid is technically the kind of Oni looking volcano here. Fun fact, Hell's Lid will be a dungeon after we complete all of Stormblood. Having been in Realm Reborn and Heavensward for so long, I'm like, man, I miss when Fates had the little XP boost on them. It's weird to look at sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing. So, we've been left here on the Hell's Lid Island. And, oh yeah, this is called, that's Sakazuki? Sakazuki, and we've been talking about the Confederate pirates around here. First of all, I love these things. Now, these guys, they said they're usually domans. I didn't quite understand this when I first played the game, but domans and the people from Hingashi are different. Hingashi is its own place. So if we go back here to Kugane, And then there's Shirogane is the housing district. So as you can see from these very faint outlines here, you know, this is the islands. And Shirogane is somewhere... Oh, I didn't know there was a mountain. Looks like almost a volcano mountain right here. But we never really get to explore the rest of Hingashi. There's even this island over here. Lots of tiny little islands that I don't even know are habitable. I don't know. But with the exception of Kugane, there's just Shirogane left. And that's not even like, that's just where you go to get housing. Sorry, I'm just noting, I'm like, oh, that's weird. You can click on the map, and it's not really of any particular subdivision. So it looks like nobody lives here. There's no houses. There's just plot numbers. So, we're now entering the area that's actually authored. And authored is the mainland right over here. So... Hingashi has imperial rule in it, but they're kind of also being like Thavnir, where they're just trying to get along with everyone, but Hingashi has definitely got some imperial rulership going on. I believe they still have like a daimyo, maybe? Perhaps? Fact checking. Yeah, there is the Bakufu government. Yes, so it's kind of hard to read, but there is a capital city here called Bukyo, and that's who's like actually I'm gonna say running this bitch. But Kugane is still extremely influential in how things are going. Anyways, this was confusing to me because they don't really explain it extremely well, even though if you kind of spend some time thinking about it, it's not too hard to draw some very obvious conclusions. Anyways, Hingashi is supposed to be kind of like Final Fantasy XIV Japan. It's a chain of islands. It's an archipelago. It's got a lot of Japanese architecture, Japanese textile. Most of the people are named in a Japanese fashion. And then so are the people of Doma. That's probably why I got really freaking confused. Because Doma feels like it's still Japan. But the other thing why I got confused, because when we get over there, there's a lot of Chinese and Korean influence. It kind of becomes more of like an Asian fusion as you come over to Doma. Because if you look at the way the geography is, then this would be like mainland China and Taiwan and Vietnam, you know, kind of thing. I would believe that there's some Vietnamese influence somewhere over here in places that we can't really see right now. They're not part of the map. Because there are references to some Vietnamese-inspired clothing in the game, as well as dishes and some cultural aspects that I can't help but notice sometimes. And I'd be really interested in having like some sort of Doesn't have to be like a main expansion, but some sort of storyline that goes into those places. I can't remember what they're calling it, but part of this place is called Yanxia, and Yanxia is also like part of the Doman area, Doman lands, and Yanxia again sounds kind of Chinese and not Japanese, but Hingashi and Doma are ruled by separate entities, and so therefore they're different countries. I actually did not get this, because where we're at, it's still very Japanese. Like, this is a very typical Japanese fishing village kind of look to it. But when you do look at some of these patterns, gets a little bit Mongolian, which we will be going into a very Mongolian-inspired area, obviously. And there's just a little bit of kernels of other cultures being mixed up in this, which is okay, because we're in Fantasyland. Eorzea is a weird mismatch of Egyptian, Persian, I don't even know what to call Limsa Lominsa most of the time. It's like some mismatch of like Spanish Inquisition mixed in with like other colonizer kind of things. And then you have Gridania and the Shroud area, which is like, most of the time people are like, it's the tree place, it's the place where the people live in the trees. And there's some, like, Celtic, Scottish, or Celt-Scottish lore in there, mixed in with a few other, like, Druid mythology and, you know, kind of like Northern European, ideology kind of in there. But Eorzea is just really weird, because it's like on the very southern end we have more like Egypt going on, all the way to the top where we have Catholic France. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on there. But yeah, so just for the education of going forward, where we're going, Doma, it is a separate entity from Hingashi. They are not all the same peoples. Hingashi people consider themselves to be of a different, I don't know, diaspora, maybe. They probably just considered themselves different from the countrymen of Doma. Now, Hingashi, as you could probably tell from our last adventure, they're just trying to keep their heads down while the Empire occupies their neighbor. And they're just like, we're not gonna fuck with the Empire, we're gonna let them have their embassy here, we're gonna let them do whatever they want, and we're not going to get involved in the Doma liberation, pretty much. Pretty much they're also not going to hinder the Doma liberation too much, but also they are not really willing to help either. Anyways, I believe we left off, we were going to go across the waters. We just paid our ruby tithe, and well, we didn't really. It got waived, mostly because, what is his name, Tansui? He predicted that we were about to maybe cause trouble for the Garleans, and he comes off to me as a guy who is like the enemy of my enemy kind of guy. He also mentions that he has a captain. I don't think we've met him yet, but he's kind of like second in command, technically. You have spoken with the Confederates up above, then. Excellent. If you are ready to depart, we may do so at any time. Alright, and all aboard. It is now exactly 7 o'clock. Let us be off. I shall deliver you to the village. I'm also sitting here like, well, how did I voice him before? I don't really change my voice that much. I'm not much of a voice actor. Let us be off. shall deliver you to the fishing village of Isari. Oh, yeah, we're gonna investigate whatever the heck's going on over there. Wait. Tansui said that the Viceroy was holding court in one of the fishing villages, did he not? Oh, that's... wait a minute, hold on. Alice, I don't think you realize, if we hear bullshit going down, we're going to make, like, a fucking beeline towards wherever that is, so... I'm over here like, yeah, of course, that's where the danger is. Sudisari chance to be the village in question. It most definitely will, because we're going to it. We could instantly find ourselves surrounded by Imperial soldiers. I think it's safer to come ashore some distance away. Very well. I know just the place. It's technically where they keep their toilets, but I'm sure you guys won't mind. I remember this. Here we are. I am reasonably certain none bore witness to our approach. And with this, I believe I've fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Aye, that you have. You have my deepest thanks, Soraban. Truly, we are blessed to have befriended such a clever and industrious merchant. Oh, you are too kind, good sir. I know not where your path may lead, but I wish you the very best, and hope that we shall meet again. So this cutscene, I remember trying to start it quite a few times. This cutscene did not play out very well for me. So we finally arrived in Authard. All we need to do now is liberate Doma. You know, just that part. Ah, yes, that. Look, daunting though it is, we do have one thing in our favor. The element of surprise. They'll never suspect a 16-year-old Elizin, some Huron girl who likes to punch things, and a Hrothgar samurai with an even bigger samurai. Unlike in Girabanya, the Imperials don't know we're here. They're about to know pretty soon, I think. We're kind of a big deal. Admittedly, that might be our only advantage, considering how few of us there are. And then, like, 5 of us idiots aren't going to do much of anything. I mean, once we find Yugiri. Well, I expect the Doman Liberation Front will even up the odds a bit. But before all that, we need to see if this fishing village Tansui was talking about. Or, we need to see if this is the fishing village Tansui was talking about. It's like, all I see are some rocks. I love that motion that they do. It's like this lookout motion, and it's like right in front of him is just like a wall of rock. Like, oh, what are your elf eyes see, Gosetsu? It well may be. I smell ceruleum on the breeze. Oh, so he's not... Why'd you do the look around? You just sniffing as well?
Even accounting for the rebellion, such indiscriminate shows of force seem pointlessly excessive.
If only you knew how commonplace such scenes have become. Are we too late?
Over there, someone's coming.
It is she. sworn enemy of Doma, of my master. The traitor who sold her homeland to the Garleans. Yotsuyu.
The Viceroy herself. And look behind her. Isn't that...
Yeah, it's like he also came here halfway across the world. What a coincidence.
Filth and squalor everywhere I look. How very Doma. What I wouldn't do for a drink. Come now! You've no reason to look so afraid. You have lived through a quarter of a century of Garlean rule, remember? 'Tis better to bend with the wind than stand tall and be broken. Therein lies hope. Therein lies freedom. I come before you today seeking affirmation. A heartfelt declaration. You're free to answer me as you see fit, yet even the least among you should know the correct response. Should. A resident of your village, one of your neighbors, mayhap your friend, was detained by the Kojin this morning. They say he was attempting to flee to Kugane, but we both know that simply isn't true, don't we? Have you anything to say? Bit slow, this one. Is there anyone more sensible among you? Have any of you anything to say? To swear?
My lady, I swear to serve the Empire, to do whatever is asked of me, and never disobey.
Well said, that man. Of course, it wouldn't do to simply take you at your word. Kill him. Surely you can do that much. He must be guilty of something or other, or he wouldn't have attempted to flee the Empire.
I have a family. Kami, forgive me. Kami, forgive me.
Very, very good. I've always had a soft spot for men like you. Next, I want you to shoot those two over there. Too old to work, you understand. A burden on the Empire. We can't have that.
But they're my parents. You can't expect me to...
Oh boy. I feel like Yorva's like, why can't we just walk in and just go in? Like, why can't we just... Let's just do it.
Stop and think for a moment. If you go charging in now, every one of those villages is as good as dead.
But aren't they dead anyways?
We must consider the wider picture. If we act recklessly, we risk alerting the Garleans to our presence here, making it that much harder for us to work with the local rebels. To say nothing of the reprisals ordinary civilians would be made to suffer.
Oh, fine. It sounds so sensible.
Open your eyes, girl. They are already suffering. Let me go. I am putting an end to this madness. I will approach the village alone and identify myself. As a former leader of the rebellion and a known fugitive, they will wish to detain me until they are certain they have learned all I know. Use this time to make your plans.
You saw what those monsters did to the villagers. Who knows what they'll do to you, assuming they don't kill you where you stand?
We live and die at the pleasure of the Kami. My fate is in their hands and no others. If it be of any comfort, I am no stranger to chains.
I don't think that's very comforting.
You can't expect us to stand idly by as a comrade goes marching off to his death. And this is nothing like Kugani.
Nor is it like the Reach, Lise, or the Wall. Let him go. Hold out for as long as you can, but remember, noble sacrifices are to remain an absolute last resort. I wish I could say it won't come to that, but only the gods know how we're going to get you and the others out in one piece. A miracle, perchance.
A great tower stands to the north and east. Look to its occupants for aid and succor. Together, you may yet find your miracle. Now, leave this place. I must go.
So he's going to distract them, so they'll stop torturing these people?
Another idiot like all the rest. I'm beginning to think it may be something fundamental. Something intrinsic. Something quintessentially Doman to ignore the simple truth. You can't do a damn thing if you're dead.
Enough, Yotsuyu!
Well now, this is a surprise.
Hear me, Yotsuyu! Cease this farce, here and now, and I shall surrender myself to you. Refuse, and all shall answer to my blade.
Bring him to the tavern.
Damn. That was a little bit random. The music didn't quite mesh with that. Oh my god. So as I was remarking earlier, this was so hard to get through because, as you can tell, that cutscene was really long. There's a side quest somewhere around here. It hasn't popped up yet. It spawns an enemy somewhere around here. And, of course, back in the day, a lot of people were doing main story. A lot of people were chokehold here. We didn't have Raw Body X, where the server was kicking us out because they couldn't handle it. But this enemy would have an AoE, and it would hit everybody who was here, you know, watching that several minute long cutscene. And I almost gave up. I almost, like, skipped the cutscene and just decided to go back to, you know, the book. There's a unending journey in the ends where you can review cutscenes you may have missed or something, or maybe didn't remember for some reason. But I finally did make it through, but it was so freaking annoying. It was player interference, that anytime somebody summoned an enemy and was too dumb and stupid to take that enemy and maybe go fight it over here. No, they were just gonna fight it right where it spawned. And usually it took everybody out of the cutscene. And because too many players were doing this little side quest over here over and over and over, it just felt like you could not get through that cutscene. I think I was interrupted 3 or 4 times before finally on the last attempt I got through it, but I was just sitting there the entire time nervous, waiting for me to be kicked out of the cutscene. But anyways, I solved that cutscene like at least partway through a few times over, and when I got here, I'm like, oh god, it's this one. Like, I remember now. Oops, I missed that. I hate it as much as you, maybe even more. Every fiber of my being was crying out to intervene, but what's done is done. Gosetsu's gamble has gifted us time we need to find a solution. He bade us seek aid at the distant tower, yes? For want of a better idea, I say we do just that, while taking care to avoid the Imperials. So, that's what I said before, like, Gosetsu is distracting them right there. Am I allowed to... Actually, no, I forgot. You have to go underwater. I think we'll just... Is this diveable? You have to wait until you're out far enough. Oh wait, can I not swim yet? Not yet. I guess I'm swimming right now, but... Cannot dive. I forgot about that. So let's just do that. There's actually a lore reason why you can't dive right now. We're not allowed to go underwater. But yeah, I was like, okay, so Gosetsu's just gonna sacrificial lamb himself while we go talk to some people over here. I don't know why we couldn't just sneak by the Imperials. But I guess Gosetsu is making it so that it's even that much easier for us to get help. We seem to have evaded their patrol so far. Because that's like the thing, I'm like, okay, so he distracts these people, but there's still more Garleans out there. What is that tower, anyway? I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, if you take a look at that tower, it just goes on and on and on. There's no end to it. It just goes straight into the sky. According to my map, we are on Onokoro, and the tower is known as Heaven on High, which is something you can go back to once you're done with the story. But I wouldn't suggest it, because it's really, really hard. A mysterious structure built long ago by persons unknown. Oh god, listen to me, I'm starting to sound like Alfino. Next thing you know, I'll be saying things like, as you are doubtless aware... over there. Do you see it? Doesn't look like it's been dead long. Whoever did this, they're a good shot. I can't see a single stray arrow. Well, someone's hungry. Wait, that wasn't either of you two, was it? Oh my god, it's a demon army of walruses? Calm down, we had nothing to do with... Wait, what am I doing? They can't possibly understand us. Probably not, no. Time to run, Lise. We save our strength for any that give chase. You too, Yorva. Again, this seems so... random. Like, okay. I like that we're supposed to be running away, but, you know. Yuki. I have no idea why they care. I mean, somebody did hunt one over there, but maybe that was because they were acting like these guys. I don't know. I also don't know why they have us fight these guys when naturally they're just Yuki over there. Whatever. Like, oh, this one does seem small. Maybe they're upset because it's a pup. Anyways. I don't know why that part was written in. Is that... That's the B rank. Oh, it's not Asswing. Oh, wait, that's out in, Redacted. We're not there yet. Just imagine if they'd taken us by surprise. What a fine ending that would have been to our story. Anyway, I think it's safe to assume that the people at the tower now know how to defend themselves. You have to, sharing an island with these things. Now all we need to do is convince them to help us. I guess that was just flavor, like... But it's like, okay, I couldn't already come to this conclusion with the natural Gookie that are already here. Oh, there's a settlement here. And they've even got their own aetherites. Wait a minute. I've seen that standard before. It was when we met with Tansui. Which means this place belongs to... Oh. You say that like that's a bad thing. Let's see, is that... Do I like these boots? Yes, no? I don't know. Take the healing boots. There's no mistaking that design. It has to be them. I'm glad that she could identify this in the dark from like several paces off. Yeah, that's what I want. Anyways. It would seem we have found a Confederate settlement, mayhap even their headquarters, judging by the size of the place. This is so much bigger than that tiny island. So Gosetsu bade us seek out the Confederacy for aid and succor. The self-same Confederacy that refuses to openly oppose the Empire. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. At the very least, they're unlikely to ask us for the tithe. I don't know, maybe they're like, well, what about the second tithe? I wish it was more like daytime. Wait, before I even talk to them, you always got to attune to the aetherite before you do it, because then you'll be sent on a whole ass adventure. And then you'll have to have Lise or Alize remind you that you should probably... Hey, it's this guy. Again. What brings you hither, of all places? Were you not bound for Arthur's shores? There's a hot lady killing everybody in front of me. I see. Hot lady. Alright. I trust you have not forgotten our previous conversation on the subject? No? And what do you want? A second opinion? Very well. Come with me. I'll take you to the captain, Rasho. Just like that, an audience with their leader. I'm very accommodating. We must needs choose our words carefully. You leave it to me. I've always been good with people. Yorva's just... I've always been good with people, Yorva. And this will also give me a chance to use the Eastern greeting they showed me in Revenant's Toll. Oh, that's so... I mean, it's so impressed. Kind of reminds me of like, you need a firm handshake to impress people. Make sure it's firm. Make sure it squeezes the ever-living fuck out of their fingers. They surely will love that. I do like this place. Very pretty. Wish we had more daylight. Rasho. Greetings! You must be Rasho, leader of the Confederacy, and so on. I realize this is a bit sudden, but the thing is, we have a little favor to ask. Would you mind getting your guys killed to fight Garleans? Oh gods, I've probably broken half a dozen rules of Far Eastern etiquette already. Well, I'm sorry about that, but you have to understand that we're in a hurry, so I'm gonna stop talking now. Men who revere manners and tradition can be found the world over, but not here. They're like, we don't do that bowing shit. The candor is appreciated. Speak your heart. I like to imagine that Simlish just comes out of the fucking Warrior of Light's mouth, and they're like, okay, whatever. Gosetsu, a former leader of the rebellion. I know of him. Why he bade you petition us for aid and succor, however, I know not. Nobody's here really talked with him. At the risk of repeating myself, to join the Confederacy is to renounce all other ties. We are beholden to none, allied with none. When Doma was invaded by the Empire 25 years ago, we did not rush to her defense. Knowing this, do you honestly expect us to help you drive the Imperial forces out of Isari? The Garleans have long maintained a presence in this region, and we would be fools to break the peace, fragile as it is. Besides, you're capable warriors, yes? Why don't you just go in there and murder hobo everybody? Like, I don't know why this is an issue. With guile and preparation, you can surely resolve this matter yourselves. It is imperative that our presence here remains secret for as long as possible. For us to openly engage with the Imperials at this time would endanger everything we have come here to achieve. You have told us why you cannot fight, not why we should fight in your stead. If you would speak of me, or speak to me of lives saved, I would speak to you of slaughter. How many will die? I was just saying that. Can you please give us some dudes so that they can kill them? How many will die when all pretense is lost and the Garleans declare war on the Confederacy? I like to make a point that it seems like it is an inevitability that they are going to get rid of you guys. Just saying. Hate is a luxury we cannot afford. You are free to come and go as you please, but you will receive no further aid. Thank you for your hospitality, if you will excuse us. Sorry, I had to read what that guy had to say, and I was like, what? He was just saying, you don't go through that door, unless you're dead. Hey, Yorva, I know that didn't go well, but I'm not prepared to give up on them yet. I would say that actually went pretty damn well, Lise, actually. Unfortunately, we didn't get what we wanted. Gosetsu told us to come here for a reason. He must have believed we could convince him to help us. We just have to work out. We just have to... Oh. We just have to work out. And Yorba's like, got it. And she's just like starting to do some like push-ups. And Lee's like, no. We just have to work out how. My thoughts exactly. I'm glad to hear we're of the same mind. I mean, it's like working backwards. How do you get to point B from point A? It's little wonder how they refused. We've done naught to persuade them. The real work begins now, through fetch quests. We need to learn more about the Confederacy, what their needs and weaknesses are. Once we know that, we will know how to earn their trust. Yeah, see, I remember parts of this. A lot of my memory is gone. I say fetch quest, but I'm like, that's just me predicting what they usually make us do. Let me just touch your arms crate. Just... I love that motion Warrior of Light does. I'm just gonna put my fingerprints all over this. The arms and armor have been piled up haphazardly. They display no signs of recent use or maintenance. Maybe... This guy's like, that's our trash bin. Why are you just not even taking anything? You're just putting your fingerprints all over our trash. Bankai. Oh. Bankai? Bankai? Bankai, why? Why is, if you refuse to pay the ruby tithe, we'll strip you of everything you have, including the very clothes on your back. Okay. This is still, That's still a little... I think there's a porno out there that begins this way. Just saying. You didn't pay your fee. Now you have to pay it another way. And it turns out they have to go fishing and bring back a bunch of fish for everybody. But they can't wear clothes, so they're severely sunburned when they come back, and it's such a bad punishment. A number of crates and barrels have been stored here. On closer inspection, however, most are empty. Wow, imagine being a pirate and you don't even have any loot. Like, how fucking embarrassing. These pirates suck. Where are the straw hats? They would make this... I have to imagine, like... With my very little knowledge of One Piece, the Straw Hats are here. And they're like... You know what, though? They would strip people down to their underwear and just be like, you need to go out fishing, but you're not going to get any sunblock. Taking an interest in the ship. Ha, good eye. She's not much to look at now, but once upon a time she was a real beauty. Now she doesn't even go anywhere. The Confederacy favors flotillas of smaller ships to capture and board errant vessels. Larger ones, like this Sekibune, only take part in major engagements. Not that we've had any of those recently, because we just keep sending naked fish out, or fishermen out, to bring back fish for us. And also, you know, the Imperial bastards, just really getting in our way, but let's not think about that. If it wasn't for them, well, no use moaning about what you can't change, eh? Do I gotta go all the way back up the stairs? Just put. Don't mind me on my motorcycle going up these wooden rickety stairs. Had a good look around. I sat here and did nothing. I hope you're okay with that. We just need to wait for Elise. Yorva's like, you know what, Alize, you get to sit here, have a Capri Sun. Sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to talk to as many people as I could. So I talked to 3. Just as Tansui said, I have no intention of standing up to Yotsuyu, because the little pee-pee boys that pee-pee in their pants. I don't know if you two got a different impression. Yorva's like, what if we make them? What if we make them fight? I agree. Let's make them. It's obvious that they are struggling to survive, and that they blame the Imperials for their recent troubles. Even if we do nothing, it is inevitable that they will come into conflict with the Empire sooner or later, and deep down, they all know it. Yeah, like I said in the beginning, it's like, it sounds like you're never going to be allowed to exist as long as the Empire is around. The only thing holding them back at the moment is the belief that they lack the strength to survive the coming war. So we need to prove to them that we're not all talk, and that we can be valuable allies in the fight. And what better way to demonstrate our worth than by seeking out people with mundane problems and offering them our expert assistance. Ah, now we're at the fetch quests. Wouldn't be the first time we've had to earn someone's trust by helping them out with this and that. And you know it won't be the last. We still have 3 more expansions. And a 4th one on the way. Yorva's like, I'll look around the western end of Onokoro. You two take the east. Good luck. You always say good luck. That's like almost her catchphrase. Oh my gosh, now we get to bow. Here's how you bow. Da 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 da. Alright. Oh yeah, I wanted those gloves because I thought. Oh yeah, cast glamour. I was like, how do I cast glamour? It's the thing that says cast glamour. I thought these looked like pretty good arm guards that matched with what I was wearing. I'm currently been glamoring everything to be the Rakshasa Hanori, or not Hanori, gosh. Haori. Oh, I was like, what's a Gridanian Chocobo doing here? It's another player. Like, you're a long way from home, Chocobo. Oh god, it's split up into 3. Okay. We're just gonna try to talk to all the people at once. Is that Kai? Oh, Kajika. Kajika. You strike me as a strong and capable individual. I have a job for you, Westerner. If you are courageous as well. Do you like walruses? On the beach to the far west lies the carcass of a gyuki, feathered with arrows. I'd have you go and retrieve those which may still be of use. While you're about it, I should be glad if you were to butcher its tail for meat. Very good meat and gyuki tails, you know. But I did say you need to be a courageous sort, and I mean it. The beast was young. Do not be surprised if an angry mother mourns his child. Do I slaughter the mother for meat as well? You know, we're just gonna leave it there. Aranami. You there, you. Have you seen a bumbling clod of an Aura? A new recruit I ordered to patrol the northern edge of Onokoro. He is late in returning. Strange boy he was, quiet and brooding, reluctant to speak unless spoken to first. Better that than a fool who never holds his tongue, I suppose. Much as I would enjoy dragging him back by the ear, I cannot, because Al-Ra have horns and no ears. Duty compels me to remain. You, on the other hand, have no such obligations. This one has to be upstairs. But Sasaki. Oh man, you know what's also been a thing? The pollen has been through the roof, so I'm dealing with a lot of like just gunk. That just will not disappear. It feels like spider webs in the back of my throat. Kami, take me! What kind of pirate cannot suffer the sway of an ocean? You know, an ocean, not the ocean. A new recruit from far-flung shores? Well, listen, I have a task for you. Go first to Alcumo, below. Okay, like I know that. And receive of him medicine for men of the earth. Then, just quick escape here and the hapless Dolman bemoaning his wretched fate. Quickly. See, when you said below, I thought she meant like directly below. I don't know. Whee! Oh, I went too far. Where is this guy? Is he inside this building? I can't go in there. Oh, he's right there. Just too eager to launch myself. Come at the behest of Ahumi for medicine. My very best is yours for the taking. How pitiful the lot of this dolmen. How pitiful the lot of this dolmen unable to stomach the sea. A true Confederate could raid a dozen ship while in his cups. Mayhap this one should return whence he came. It is kind of hard to be a pirate if you're seasick, like, all the time. Okay, so the pier is up north. Let's just head all the way back where we came from. I'm trying not to attract the attention. That Shiranui is 1 inch closer to aggro. You cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. Okay. So that guy's not here. There's one Yuki. There's gonna be a fate we're gonna pile through. Leave me alone. I like that this one's tail is still, kind of twitching. I was gonna say it's blowing in the breeze. I still need to get the tail, don't I? Ah, this is, we're still going at it. Alright, done. Gotta do the other things. Yeah, I don't have strong memory of these fetch quests. I certainly don't remember the seasick guy. Barely remember the Yuki. That's only because they made such a big deal of it at the beginning. Which again, it's like, yeah, I know, it was maybe a setup for this quest, but it's like, that could have been our first interaction with the Yuki. You cast about for the Confederate recruit, but see no one matching his description. Like, they were just sitting here, like, all there is just a water sprite, Shanui, and... rocks? What is this? Yeah, they're like barnacles or rocks. Like, wow, I can't believe no one's here. I like that somehow you were able to see this guy, like, all the way over here through this rock somehow. Who are you? You do not look like a woman of the Confederacy. You look like some random Ronin. Oh, you are? Okay. Forgive me. 'Twas but yesterday we bid farewell to one of our own, and I worried that she might have lost her way. We laid her to rest in a boat and pushed her out till the current claimed it. For the sea is our home, now and ever after. Somebody's sending me a friend request. But those sent thither with burdened hearts may drift back to shore, it is said. Out of concern for her comrades, she strove to earn far more than her keep. She hunted rare and deadly game in treacherous waters, and lost her life for it. But my vigil is ended. Her vessel is not returned to Onokoro. She has made peace with this life and placed her faith in us to live on. Alright. Sorry, random person. I don't even know you. See, I love when people do that. It's like, do you even know I'm a streamer right now? Get blasted live on YouTube. That's why I'm like, you never know somebody's on an all. Like, this is not an account I play on other than for streaming services. Streaming purposes, more like. Oh yeah, it's the seasick guy. Oh, he's a Rugadin. Oh, why does it shift and stutter still? As somebody who has been through quite a bit of not just seasickness, but train sickness. Fast forward to Dawn Trail. Anyways. Medicines, give them here. They may look down on me for resorting to such measures, but I would do aught to render the world stable and motionless once more. You are kind, as is Afumi. You may tell her that I will return to my duties as soon as I am able. Yeah, kind is how I would describe her after she called you a lot of things. At least she cared enough to be like, get him some medicine. Oh, it's too bad there's no stairs up here. Probably so that Yuki and Shiranui just can't come up the stairs and be like, hey, what's going on? So what of my recruit? Did you find him napping on the beach or some such? No, he was just grieving. What? All this time he was standing watch for a funerary vessel? Huh. So rarely does he give voice to his thoughts. I had no idea our comrade's death had affected him so. Too quick was I to judge him. It is good that you went in my stead, else I might have misspoken and made a fool of myself. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. Oh good, some gil. Here's $6. Hey, $6 is $6. We've been away for some time, perhaps in search of a young Yuki corpse? I've been doing a lot of things, my guy. 8 pieces of Yuki tail meat? I see I did not misjudge you. Thank you, considering that you have a very large sword attached to your hip. Thank you for your help. Not that I could tend to my own kill, but such is life. I pity the meat is not as delicious as it is nutritious. Under normal circumstances, we would not bother hunting Gyuki as game, but as you may have heard, these are not normal circumstances. We don't have enough naked men to go fishing for us. We only got those 2 over there, and they don't do much. Arrows, too, must be reused when possible. A prudent measure becomes necessary, alas. With every passing day, our future grows more uncertain. But this day we shall have full bellies, and in that we must take solace. And wayward travelers need not risk the ire of vengeful Gyuki by wandering near my neglected kill. A strange sigh passes your lips. Have I said something odd? No matter. Thank you again for your aid. So that's why we had to have that whole thing? Just so that we could do some one-off line? I love, like, with Alize's plan, I mean, it's typically how we always do things around here, but it's like, well, you see, sir, this person cut up a Gyuki tail and brought back some arrows. Like, we're obviously so ready to go up against the Empire. The Doman was raised in the mountains of his homeland. The first time he saw the sea was after he fled his homeland and came to us. He tosses and turns in his sleep, and when he takes to the water, it's not long before he can no longer stand. But he will grow accustomed to this life. He's hardly the first, after all. The captain, too, was once of Doma, though he cast all aside 25 years ago when the Imperials took his lands and the lives of his parents and brothers. Perhaps you, too, will renounce your ties and join us someday? I mistook you for a recruit before, but I know your tale now. Tatsuya folded all. Think on my offer, Westerner. You may find small joys in the land, but the sea holds salvation. Yorva's like, I've already done pirate life. I'm not going back to it. Now I do much more dangerous stuff. Oh man, I almost landed right on your fish. But just landed like, hey, do you need some help? He's like, please get off the fish, ma'am. You've been busy, haven't you? And now you're here to ask if I need help with anything? Now that you mention it, please get off my fish. Lately we have trouble with ravenous sharks that have been leaping out of the water. Sorry. That mental image. Ravenous sharks have been leaping out of the water and making off with our fish. Just like the ones you're standing on. We're going to have to throw that entire bucket out now. Damnedest thing, I know, but you wouldn't doubt it if you saw it. Just like nobody would doubt me if they saw you standing on my fish. We've got to call the thieving bastards regularly. So happens I sent 3 of my mates out there before you came along. Still, the more the merrier. If you can kill 2 or so, that ought to be enough. Take a few of those rotting fishes. You're standing in rotting fish, by the way. It's putrid, stinky fish. What a plot twist. I'm sorry, I cracked myself up. I'll not be needing them. More like this guy cracked me up. Oh, maybe see if you can't find the other group. They've been away longer than I like. Sun-ripened stone. He's like, I did try to say you should get out of my fish. Yorva has to walk away. Like, stood in rotting fish. And the world of Final Fantasy XIV is like, god damn it, gotta deal with the damn land sharks that keep jumping out of the water and floating on the sand. Oh, that was like barely enough to kill it. There's a satisfaction where like you fully take it down with like a tiny move. But then you feel so devastated when like it just about kills the enemy, but there's just that little tiny percentage left. You're like, damn it. Now I gotta wait for the auto to get it. Oh, other way. Now I gotta go find the people. Oh, that's a Koji. That's gotta put a damper on. They're like, we were just hunting sharks and now the turtle people are after us. Oh, Kami be praised. I didn't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I guess I would have just pissed in my pants and be a little pee-pee boy. My partners and I got separated when we fled. You haven't seen them, have you? Or was it like just a lot of sharks? Damn, before the Kojin started attacking, or started chasing us, their leader asked us if we were dolmen. They're Yotsu's catchers, I know it. First Asari, and now this. I've got to tell Rasho and the others. Ah, there you are. Why do you smell like fish? I heard you went shark hunting. Is that why? We too did our fair share of beast culling, though I think Lise made a stronger impression when she bested a drunken pirate in a sparring match. Fastest knockout to date, I'm told. I should like to think that we have proven ourselves to be rather, why do I get the feeling that you have something important to tell me? Yorva's just sitting there, like, politely waiting for her to finish, still stinking of fish. Koji mercenaries rounding up Doman Confederates? Surely Yotsu has crossed the line now. We must go and speak with Rasho immediately. Even he cannot deny this changes everything. I'm sure. I mean, like, what if this has happened before? At least I should like to think that he cannot. Ah, but people in denial, Alize.
Our most compassionate acquaintances return. For your deeds, we owe you many thanks.
Here's some
But
thanks.
something tells me our thanks are not sufficient. The strange thing is, I was certain you understood our position. And yet here you are with that same look in your eyes, and those same words upon your lips, I'll wager.
Yotsuyu is after you guys, man.
I speak only the truth. The Confederacy will not be spared Yotsuyu's wrath. You have always known this, that one day you would have no choice but to stand up to the Empire. I say to you that day is today, and come once more to ask that you join us in the fight.
How convenient that recent events should lend such credence to your claims. Tell me, do death and destruction always follow in your wake?
Usually.
They had no part in it, Tansui. You know this. We all know this. They came and took our Doman brothers. They will torture them for her sport. Murder them for her satisfaction. So we attack and get butchered for our trouble, or do naught and let them have their pound of flesh. If this be our choice, I say we suffer the ignominy. We endure. We survive. There is no better path. Until the day our enemy is grown weaker and we stronger, there can be no retribution. We will wait for a sign. Such is the judgment of the Confederacy.
So that's it then. You're just going to abandon them to her. They'd die for you, you know, for the Confederacy. They would die for you, but you wouldn't even think to risk your lives for theirs.
I have one last idea, if you will allow. I'm afraid it's not very good as ideas go. It's exceedingly reckless, in fact, and you may well come to despise me for ever having suggested it. Assuming we survive, that is.
Yorva's like, oh,
be,
don't threaten me with a good
trust me?
time. Speak again later. Yorva's like, at least say, don't threaten me with a good time. Yorva's like, far worse has
We can't
happened.
stand by and let innocent people suffer, here or anywhere else. I'll do whatever it takes.
Then let us roll the dice.
Oh yeah, she likes D&D. I don't know.
If it's a sign you want, we shall give you one. One rousing enough to make you drive every Garlean out of Isari without a second thought. You are wary of invoking the ire of the Imperial forces stationed in Dome, correct? Know then that once we have rescued our comrade and freed Isari, we mean to liberate the nation as a whole. You will doubtless require assurances that we are capable of achieving this, and that is only fair. Accordingly, we shall demonstrate our seriousness by depriving the Garleans of a key ally, the Kojin.
What, the three of you, just like that?
No, just me.
Actually, my esteemed colleague here will attend to it on her own. But the how of it is not your concern, only the outcome. If we succeed, you help us liberate Isari. If we fail, you lose nothing. A simple enough wager, if you have the stones for it.
The little miss does make it hard to refuse, does she not?
Words are air. We will weigh you by your deeds.
Yorva's like, I guess we're going to commit genocide against all of the turtles? Alize's like, not the good ones, you idiot. So, alone you will deal with the Kojin. If you are set upon this course, I shall give you a word of advice. Don't. 2 factions have the Kojin. The mercenaries who serve the Empire belong to the Red. Those who belong to the Blue are the traitors. They have made no pact with the Imperials, and so may be willing to aid your cause. You're telling me information I already know. Seek the Blue on the island of Beko. Though you'll find a cave. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Captain. I shall endeavor not to keep you waiting over long for your sign. Right then. Let us head for... Wait, where is Lise? We cannot leave without her. It is... How did she... After the cutscene ended, did she just, like, book it? Like... Oh god, look at all these cuts, or these, side quests. All these cutscenes, I mean, they're, it's not wrong. Yorva? What is it? I don't know, the way you went right after that cutscene. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wander off, or... You had to have, like, Sonic the Hedgehog, like, all the way down here. I just wanted to have a think. I wasn't meaning to be... I'm red, not blue. I'm not Sonic. I'm more like Knuckles. You're worried we won't be able to live up to our promise. Or our promises. No, it's not that at all. I mean, Yorva's dealt with beast tribes 5 times over now. I'm just frustrated that I didn't think of it first. Ida and my father always had a way with words, and I can't even bow. They knew how to inspire people, how to bring them together. I always hoped I might have something of that in me too, but I'm starting to think I don't. What am I even doing here? Please? You're Knuckles. Gods, listen to me. I wish I was Knuckles, but even though I'm red, I don't know where that came from. Forget I said anything. We have places to go, Imperials to fight, and friends to save. And we're not going to get any of that done by standing around here moaning, right? Alize's like, I too am red. Can I be Knuckles? Right? She's like, no! Are you taking away my Knuckles position? Before we first traveled to Girabanya, I was in Limsa visiting a friend. A young child who had been through a great deal. That's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyway, on the way back, I passed a patissier that had sold some of the most exquisite-looking tarts I had ever seen. I've always preferred cookies, to be honest, but nevertheless, I decided to stop and try one. I'm sorry, Yorva at this point has to be like, where is this going? I'll treat you to one when all this is over. Yorva too. And I won't take no for an answer. Yorva's over there like, you're making me very hungry, so you better. What about Y'shtola? We'd never hear the end of it. We're leaving Thancred out of this, though. He doesn't get any tarts. Alright. Y'shtola too, when she's better. Deal? Good. Now let's hurry, shall we? We have a million things to do before then. I'm sorry, why did we talk about tarts? I mean, it's I like that for us. I do. I like... That was just so fucking random. Like, Lisa's having, like, a scared moment here, like, right? And you know what? It's okay. It's fine. Hey, guy. I like that this guy doesn't say anything, like, what's a random person just swimming out here do? Like, he just gives you some fishing advice? Imagine you're a fisherman, you took your boat out here, and then some random stranger, dressed in armor with a katana, comes up to you, swimming in, like, full gear, and your reaction isn't, whoa, who the hell are you, or what are you doing out here? No, the first thing out of your mouth is, if you set your net according to the position of the moon and the rhythm of the tide, it won't take long for it to become full. Like, that's some NPC-ass behavior. One day, I'm going to just sit somewhere, just anywhere, randomly. And when random people come up to me, I'm just going to say NPC stuff. I'll be on some bench, roasting in the heat, and somebody will just be like, hey, what are you doing here? I'll be like, have you heard of the High Elves? I think this is the Isle of Becco, though, to be honest, it looks the same to me as however many other islands around here. Rasho said that there was a cave that would lead us to their village. We should search further inland. And Yorva's looking at her map like, this does say Isle of Becco. So... oh gosh. I think we're gonna have to kill this man. If I think on it, I think I have to go up and then down. We go up and then we go down. That is the way of things. I'm trying to recall what species of tree this is. Is it bonsai? Or is it different? I don't know. Maybe it's a type of bonsai. Was I wrong? Was I wrong? Is there a cave entrance around here? I guess I better just go to... I swear, if I have to come back up here, I'm gonna be mad. There doesn't seem to be... I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't think I can climb this. I think you need flight. Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything, like, here. This just leads me back where I was. Maybe I need to go back where that ether current was. I love navigating these maps. Oh. It was lit by some lanterns. This doesn't look cozy. No. No, it doesn't. Okay. How much further do you think it is? Probably 1 bajillion, Lise. I don't know. I like that the music stopped down here. Oh, cool. It's one of these things. Just go all the way back up there. Lisa's like, did you go all the way back down there just to come back? Yes, because I needed to hop on that. It was really... It's just fun.
Is that light I see up ahead?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just glowing urchin or something like that.
We appear to be standing inside a giant bubble. By the 12. I think we're on the seabed.
This is the best aquarium ever.
Well, I thought I heard familiar voices.
My favorite. I love this guy.
Soroban, what are you doing here?
What a curious question. I live here.
Then this is the home of the Blue Kojin.
No, he likes to live with the
Just
red
so.
ones.
I bid you welcome to Tamamizu.
How fortunate that we should find a familiar place in this place. Didn't he mention that he's part of the blue, so I wouldn't be surprised at all. We should tell Soroban of our situation. If anyone here can help us, it's him. Also, do you want some... Gosh. Look at these shoulders, man. Do you want some armor? Oh my gosh. Now the same one in red. I don't know. So tell me, my friends, what strange tides bear you to our home? Well, the same thing that we've been doing this entire time. That is indeed a most dire predicament. As always, doing the same thing you were doing as before. But perhaps an opportunity for us to craft yet another profitable arrangement. You got any nice shellfish in that pocket? Very well. I shall introduce you to our leader, Bunchin. It will be up to you, however, to present your case. I don't like that. Bunchin's name just reminds me of Chin Chin, and I'm like, The leader, Chin Chin.
Welcome, guests. Gratitude to you for aiding Soroban in his negotiations.
Negotiations. I love that.
We thank you for your hospitality, honored elder. Pray forgive me my brevity, but I wish to discuss an urgent matter.
Everybody's gonna die. That's all she says. Everyone's gonna die.
So, you seek to compel our Red Brothers to forego hostilities for a time.
That's right. We know your two clans have your differences, but what with you being brothers and all, we thought you might be able to share some secret knowledge or something?
He's like, I do. They suck.
From far above, you have journeyed here in search of our wisdom. You shall have it. All creation is a tapestry, through which the divine is interwoven. Kami are legion, and they can be found in the great and the small. Though they come and go as they please, they favor certain vessels. The ancient, the precious, the exquisite. We Kojin covet these vessels, these treasures. We go forth and bring them home to keep them safe and bask in their divinity. They bring prosperity and joy to us and our children. Yet, how are we to seek these treasures above if we made enemies of the Garlean Empire, powerful and far-reaching as they are? Wiser to join with them. So resolved the Red Kojin.
Cautiously and carefully, for the Garleans are blind to the divine, nor will they suffer their subjects to see. So the Red masquerade as mercenaries who seek money and power, and never speak of their faith in the presence of their masters. To honor the divine, they deny it. A twisted and misguided path.
Aye, aye. Kami will not abide such foolishness. This they shall learn to their sorrow. While our Red Brothers live by the sword, we Blue Kojin uphold the old ways, engaging in trade and valuing peace. Alas, men distinguish not between our clans, and judgment for the doings of the Red falls unjustly upon the Blue. Thus do men grow more and more reluctant to deal with us, denying us our treasures. This cannot continue.
On that point, we are in agreement. You are willing to aid our cause, then?
There is a way that the Red may be driven to retreat into their shells. But to share with you this knowledge is to reveal secrets of the divine. Assurances must first be had. Trust forged. A bargain struck.
Well said, Elder. In great crises is great profit to be had.
Delight not overmuch in such things, Soruban. Now, tell our guests what must be done.
As you wish.
Well, I've no idea what we've gotten ourselves into, but so far so good, right?
Alright. Also, Buntin over there, he's got the same voice actor as Grimwald, so it's like that derpy Rugadin fellow that's just trying so hard to be a pick-me Garlean. And this guy. Listen well, my friends. I require your assistance with the search for a priceless treasure. The Yasakani no Magatama. Oh, Magatama. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's another quest. This jewel, this most sacred of Kojin can you tell that I'm already getting fatigued from reading? Kojin relics! It was in possession of Hingashi until they decided to present it to the Garleans as a gesture of consolation. The Red would not abide this, and so they plotted to seize the vessel bearing it to their imperial masters. Alas, though they succeeded, in the ensuing chaos the Magatama was lost to sea. We wished to recover the sacred jewel before our brothers. However, were we to come into conflict with them, it would be problematic. Therefore, we turn to you. It's okay if you kill them. So you want us to search the ocean floor for this treasure of yours? I'm not sure how we're supposed to do that without, you know, dying. Drowning? Fear not, there is a ritual I can perform to imbue your bodies with a powerful blessing. But first, you must prepare offerings for the sea. I require twisted ruby coral, several fish-sized sea snail shells, and a freshly harvested Unkyu? Oh, that's a thing. Unkyu carapace. I was like, what the hell is an Unkyu? And I'm like, oh, it's an animal of some sort. That's quite the shopping list. I will see to the shells, and Lise can look for the coral. Yorva, will you go and fight the animal because you're always the animal fighter? Can you receive the carapace, please? Yorva's like, of course. I'm always the person that... Sorry, I saw that person running around. I'm like, what are we doing? We're playing tag. Warrior of Light always got to be the person that fights stuff. You're just the fighter. You're just the dude who fights. So I have to go all the way back up, don't I? Got 30 minutes left. I contemplated if I might run this maybe longer because I had a late start, but we're kind of in a place where we're just doing a lot of random bullshit. So any of these places might be a good place to like leave off because it's like we're gonna be here a while. And then there's still the dungeon to consider. I'm already level 65, so that's halfway through the expansion, and we're still like maybe 1/5 of the way through. Is this one of those things where I have to keep slaying them until eventually I'll get a hold of a carapace? Okay. Because I was like, why didn't the first one work? Was that technically not what I was looking for? I don't know. Allie's a seashell collecting, and Lee's swimming off into the ocean to get some coral. Well, have you the Unkiu carapace? He's like looking at his head, it's like, it's Unkiu? The Unkiu carapace? How splendid they are! They're very normal. The kami shall be pleased, I'm sure. I got it! I got the ruby coral you wanted! Oh, hello, welcome to Turtles. Just Turtles. And the sea snail shells. I don't know how to describe what we've been doing other than just random bullshit. We've just been going on side quests after side quests. Gosetsu's in danger. He's probably gonna have his throat slit at any moment. And, I stood in a barrel full of rotten fish. And now we're here, that happened a while ago, but now we're here collecting coral, snail shells, and the carapace of one of those crab things up above. These shall more than suffice for our purpose. Next we must make ready to present them to the sea and perform the ritual. Yeah, we have to perform a magic ritual because we're afraid of drowning in the ocean. Those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are really branching out from pizza. They really are. Once it has been completed, you will be able to move freely through the depths and find the Yasakani no Magatama. Out of curiosity, how large is this sacred jewel of yours? Is it like... Can you put it on a statue? Unless it's far too large to be carried by the three of us, how are we supposed to even find it? The Ruby Sea is not exactly small, it's called a sea. Ahaha! That's the thing, you probably won't find it. Surely you realize we've been searching this whole time. The area you wish to explore is but a small fraction of the Ruby Sea. Dude, you can't just ask how big their jewels are. I'm so glad you're here. This has gotten 100%. I really recommend the Yorva standing in a bucket of fish. I did that so on purpose, thinking I was antagonizing this guy, and then he was like, by the way, those fish are rotten. So Yorva smells like rotten fish still. Like I guess we did take a dip in the ocean. Maybe the ocean washed that off? I don't know. Already we have scoured most of the seabed near and within our territory. He's like, you still smell like fish, you do. So, all that remains is a region to the west. So we have to find this Magatama on the bottom of the sea. No big deal. Does the cat side of her like that, though? I don't know. It's rotting fish, though. It wasn't fresh fish. You would think that her nose would probably be immediately telling her that it was rotting fish, but... Look, we stood in it like a dumbass. The shellless of Suino Sato can provide you with better guidance than we. You should do well to visit them first. I don't care what she's into. Shellless? You mean the Koji not the only ones living under the sea? I kink listen, not kink shame. That should be what Soraban. He's like, I know you smell like rotting fish, but I kink listen, not kink shame. Of course not. The Ryan have been here as long as I can remember. Shiosai, the overseer, I believe, can tell you more when you arrive. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. We have yet to carry out the ritual. Yeah, that's like... Oh god. It's the granny clothes. It's the clothes that, Flavine wears, where she's like, I am ancient. It's like, you are 35. Oh gosh. We're gonna take this robe. I'm still at the point where they're handing out stuff that's, like, not important, so I just get to grab whatever the hell I feel like, because it does not matter. Are you ready, my friends, to explore a world unlike any you have ever known? I can show you the world. It's the only clothes that don't smell like rotten fish. She has to change her clothes. She's gonna change into that robe. He's like, please take these robes because you fucking smell. And let us go to the western part of the village where the water twists and turns, and there completes our preparations. Preparation. White quitting. God. For the ritual that I keep talking about. Cusco's ritual, that ritual. So this ritual is supposed to help us from, not drowning, because, so we are under the ocean right now. This bubble is protecting us. But, you know, if we go outside... Wait, can we, like... I wish we could just go. You don't want to go back there. Like, if we went through that, we'd just drown. I mean, I guess we could probably make it to the surface. Probably. But, you know. He dove into the water a moment ago and said to wait here until he returned. Love that for him.
It is done. Your offerings have been given to the sea.
He just went out there and then just went and
the
just
ritual can begin at last. Come and stand before me, my friends.
None of those items did anything. He just actually kept them because he likes them. He's like, this is mine now.
Yes, yes. Listen to my words, and let all else wash away. Listen to my words, and feel them flow into your heart. At first a trickle, then a flood.
Dude, he's not a surfer. Why do you think I've been trying to drop my voice trying to get to him, like... I already said at the beginning of the stream, like, I'm no voice actor.
The fathomless waters of the fallen, the ascended, the flowing, and the becalmed, caretakers of the shallows and of the depths. Receive of us our meager offerings, cleanse these ones of earth and stone, and grant them your blessing, that they might drink deep of the divine.
Stop, man, now I gotta pee. That's okay, you can just pee in the ocean.
Friends. You may now breathe in the depths as you would upon land.
Strange. I don't feel any different. Are you sure it worked?
Reasonably. The blessing does have its limits, of course. While it will allow you to dwell in the depths, it will not help you traverse them.
I can swim well enough. How about you, Alize?
Oh, like a fish, in contrast to my doggy-paddling brother.
Burn.
Somehow, the boy just isn't very buoyant.
Skilled or no, your bodies are ill-suited to the sea. Your cause demands alacrity, and you shall have it. But first, let us take to the water.
We all get in there and then we all drown because it didn't actually fucking work. And then the credits roll and... Under the sea. Under the sea. And then like somebody steps on a crab and then the song stops.
Incredible. I could swear I was breathing air.
We can even talk and it just sounds like an echoous cavern.
Now I shall summon for you noble steeds of great strength.
Noble steed? Just call me a noble steed. I'm sorry, we can't have Sebastian singing Under the Sea. It's copyright. It'll ruin the stream. That's why he had to be stepped on.
Wow, look at them. I bet they could take us all the way to the deepest depths of the sea.
And so they may. After we've won over the Confederacy, rescued Kosetsu, and liberated your respective homelands.
You know, just that part.
Should you become parted from your steeds, return to me, and I shall call them again. Take care, my friends, and may the Kami speed you on your way.
You know, at no point in his explanation did he
We'll
like...
find that treasure in no time, come on!
He didn't say anything about, like, depth pressure. Like, I have listened to enough scuba diving stories to know that the bends are a thing. Like, is this protection against the bends? Die. I thought it said dying. Dying unlocked. Oh my god, that's already been a thing. Okay, now we can actually dive. I tried to dive earlier and then I remembered that there's actually a story reason why you can't just do that. You need to gain the ability to, if you've got a crystal in your mouth, you'll be fine, I guess so, like... It's all fine and well. I'm trying to think of how far I've dived before in any body of water. Like, I don't even think, from where the surface is, kind of, I've never even been down, like, this far, ever, in the ocean, or, you know, again, any body of water at all. But I can remember when I dived pretty far deep into, like, I think it was a very deep end pool, like, it was several feet, like, not your normal YMCA. My head began to hurt real fast, and that was at barely this depth. This must be Suino Sato, the ramen village Soraban told us about. Yeah, only 8 feet down, and that sucks. Like, I can only imagine, like, at the... That had to have been at least double-digit feet down. I can only imagine Warrior of Light is like, hold on, it feels like I'm being crushed by rocks. Right then, let's see if they can't help us find the Kojin's missing jewel. Gosh, my eyeballs are doing the thing where I'm like, am I reading things right? Because it looks like something else. I don't even know what... You may now perform underwater emotes. Oh my god, just amazing. I can now cheer people on underwater. Like, amazing. Exactly what I wanted from this adventure. If this is Suino Sato, then Shiosai, the overseer, should be around here somewhere. I dare say one of the locals will be able to point us in his direction. Just be like, take us to your leader. Though, now that I look around, I get the distinct impression we are not welcome here. Amaze, amaze, amaze. Funny how we came here and everybody went inside their houses and boarded up their windows. Like, really strange. Oh, there's one person here. Oh my god, you can ask about this place. Shiosai. Hello. We didn't even have to ask. He's just right here. So, this is our man. Yorva's like, I don't know, I just randomly walked up to, like, the second person I saw. Leave this place and never return. Unless you have chicken nuggets, we don't care. We have no need of your wide-eyed wanderers. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. My name is Lise. That's gonna change everything. And these are my friends, Yorva and Alize. We're looking for the overseer of Shino Sato, Shiosai. That's you, isn't it? He's like, how would you know? The Kojin of the Blue sent you hither, didn't they? I am no overseer, nor would I ever claim to be one. I am the high priest of Shisui of the Violet Tides, Shiosai. So you are the man we're looking for. Isn't that lucky, actually? Great. We need your help. We're looking for this jewel called the Yasaki no... Stop. Just... Stop. I will heal you no more. We will suffer no outside troubles in our sanctuary, especially those of would-be treasure hunters. I'm sorry, when did this otter get here? When did this otter just show up? Quiet, Isobe, or there will be no dango for dinner. Oh my god. I can do naught to aid you. I say to you again, leave this place and never return. Just like Scar said to Simba. At the very least, sir, you might condescend to tell us of your village and of why you're so loath to show us even the most basic courtesy. It's like, bitch, you walked into my home. Uninvited. Suino Sato is our sanctuary. Under the benevolent leadership of the Ruby Princess, sovereign of Shisui, we Ryan enjoy humble yet fulfilling lives. But it was not always so. The white man came, you see. Long ago, our forebears were driven from their ancestral lands. Beneath the waters, they sought refuge from the ravages of war, and here they flourished. All that we are, our culture, our traditions, was born of the sea, as was I. The ocean and I, anyways. Though we have engaged others in diplomacy, it has ever been with the utmost caution. Isolation and independence are essential to preserving our way of life. Nobody can have shit. So it was when Doma fell 25 years past. Ruby Princess, in her wisdom, decreed that we would take no part. As it was, as it so ever shall be. The amount of factions we meet in this expansion of surely the lepers won't eat my face. Now, of course, they're just, like, not even engaging with the Garleans either. But all these people are like, Garlemald came in. I guess we ignore that. We just shrug. I get that they don't want to just send people out just to fucking die. 'Cause, you know, that is what's gonna happen. But at the same time, they all just sit on their asses going like, well, I guess we're just not going to do a single thing about that. Forever and ever apart. Forgive me, I understand how highly you value your way of life, and how you will suffer none to endanger it. You may be assured that we have no desire to do so. I would hope that we have given you no cause to assume otherwise. You have not, but this changes nothing. You are still white men. And a cat. A white cat, by the way. Regardless of your intentions, it is not my place to break with tradition, which is, we don't give a shit about you. I must consider the wishes of all who call Suino Sato home. For me to defy their will and permit others to remain would be a gross betrayal of my responsibilities. Please do not ask this of me. Thank you for your time, sir. Guess we're just gonna leave. That otter is like, man, you a bitch. And so it continues. Another village, another deaf ear. Clearly, Girabanya is not the only place with walls. I'm starting to wonder if this was all a huge mistake. Kosetsu couldn't have known we would take this long. I hope he's still alive. Yeah, they've already slit his throat, Alize. It's done. Like, thanks for nothing, Timu Hanzo. Oh god. Meanwhile, Gosetsu. So Gosetsu allowed himself to be captured so that he could give us time to find help. And they're treating him so well here.
I tire of this filthy tavern, and its still filthier clientele.
"'Tis scant reward for your treachery, aye. A painted woman of your rich experience deserves a better class of customer."
Oh, name-calling. Is that what we've been reduced to?
Orphan of the Nayuri. Widow of Sashihai. What joy it must have brought you to be revenged upon us all.
Joke's on you, that's his kink.
Not enough. Not nearly enough. My appetite for your agony is as an abyss. Bottomless. Insatiable. Before you die, you will cry and beg and prostrate yourself upon the earth. You will crawl on your belly through the muck and the piss and debase yourself for my amusement. All of you. But you think you are made of sterner stuff? Rather than have him beat you, mayhap I should have my oaf go and fetch your master's head. Oh, poor Lord Kaien. Kami rest his soul. Noble leader of a fallen nation. A fine puppet he made for the Viceroy. For a time. 25 years he was content to serve his masters as a dog. And then everyone had to rise up and get themselves killed. Tell me, how did it feel to fail him that day? To live with the disgrace of his death? Not that you were a stranger to living with disgrace, of course. In the what was it? 25 years since you were humiliated and tossed into an imperial jail? You had plenty of time to get used to it. Oh yes, I heard the stories. About the samurai who would do anything to return to his master's side, even if it meant pledging his blade to his sworn enemy. They say he walked with death, that he slew 1,000 men in the Empire's name. Truly a tale for the poets.
I do not deny my sins, but I will not be reproached by the likes of you.
Oh, I mean not to reproach you, but to praise you. You're a survivor, samurai. Just like me. So, let us not dwell on the past, you and I, and instead give thought to the future. To wit, I would ask you again to help me resolve this vexing matter of Doma's missing heir. Living or dead, it makes no difference, really. But the Garleans are most insistent that we put this problem behind us. And I know you helped him flee. So tell me, what became of Lord Hien?
He's now a clown.
To my dismay, the details escape me at present. Mayhap your dog could jog my memory.
Get on with it, and mark me, brute. There is no limit to how far you can fall.
Of all the bloody stupid... Oh! When I get back to Eorzea, I'm gonna find that little shite, and I'm gonna make her pay. Yeah.
So Gosetsu's having fun. Yeah, so, Yotsuyu is currently the Viceroy in place of Xenos. While Xenos is away playing with his playthings, she's the Viceroy of Doma. This has been a recent change, because as I've explained before, Gaius Van Belsar used to be the Viceroy of Alamigo. But then, we kinda blew Gaius into dust. Anyways, so Gaius is gone, so now Xenos has to be Viceroy of Alamigo. He put Yotsuyu in charge of Doma while he's away. He's still, think of it this, like, when he comes back from a business meeting, he'll come over and take over Doma again, but, you know, Yotsuyu's like his, CFO or whatever. What do they call those little lackeys? We seem to have reached an impasse, and to make matters worse, every solution I can think of will only take more time. And Gosetsu is already being stepped on. I don't suppose you have any ideas, do you, Yorva? What if I get stepped on instead? There's a lot to choose from here. We should try talking Shiosai around. We find some red Kojin and can encourage them to talk. Let's just go up to the guys and start beating them up. Huh. Though the thought of administering a little encouragement does have its appeal, but I would need to be convinced that the red Kojin knew anything before resorting to violence. You're the ones who came from above, yes? If we would have the moment of your time. I have no idea who's speaking right now. Oh, an old man and an old woman. Oh, I know who these people are, but I'm not going to say anything. Alright, apologies, I did not mean to startle you. My name is Ihanami, and this is my wife, Yunagi. We were wondering, have you any news from Doma? If so, we should very much like to hear it. I ask why? If you must, our daughter fought in the rebellion. We have heard naught from her since. to be too much hope that you know of her, but her name is Yugiri. Funny enough, that is specifically a person we know. How funny that it just all falls into our lap. Kami be praised. She lives. She lives. She lives. Okay. We're actually looking for her too, but I'm sure she's alright. We had no idea she hailed from Suino Sato, even though everyone here is a white-scaled Al-Ra, and she is also a white-scaled Al-Ra. How did she come to serve Doma as a shinobi? It all began when she was a little girl. Oh god, it's like pans off. It's like, once upon a time. She and another child crept out of the village, having grown curious about the outside world. To Doma they went, and there they met a young boy, a proud son of Yanxia. His tales of imperial oppression left a lasting impression on her. When she returned, she spoke passionately of the Doman's plight and urged us to take the boy in, but my wife and I would not hear of it. We hate children. We let her watch too much Naruto. That was the beginning, you see. Then she realized that Naruto is real. We thought the matter closed, but she never forgot his words. Sorry, I'm just an old man. She became convinced that the Arlians would one day come for us, which is true, because they will come for everybody. But we thought, leopards won't eat our face. And it was in search of the strength to defend us that she left, years later, to learn the ways of the shinobi. When the then Ruby Princess learned of this, she forbade Yugiri to return, lest she bring more Naruto to us all. We protested the judgment, but there was naught we could do, and so our daughter, who only wanted to keep her people safe, surely there is something we can do for these people, they who gave her aid and succor when no other would. I'm but a humble stonemason, but if it is the Yasakani no Magatama you seek, I may yet be of some assistance to you. I know a little bit about rocks. The jewel is known to possess an unusual property. To the naked eye, it is as jade, but when bathed in a particular light, it shimmers with a divine resplendence. I have mined similar materials before. To find them, one must use these lamps. They cast an invisible light. Oh god, we're using UV light. Under which the stones sparkle. In the deepest depths, they are invaluable. There is a sunken ship to the east. Though the currents may have spirited away her cargo, you should begin your search there. Thank you so much. We will do just that. Just with our little lanterns. I hope you find what you seek. I only wish there was something more we could do to assist you. Know that you will be in my prayers. My prayers. And when next you see our daughter, pray tell her not a day goes by that her parents and her brothers do not think of her every time we watch an episode of Naruto. We will, I promise. I'm gonna watch all of Naruto after this. Lisa's like, what is Naruto? It's like, oh god. Where do we start her? I guess we have to go back out through this. That was Yukiri's parents. We can't use mounts around here. There used to be a thing way back when that the mounts, I think, at least needed to possess flight. That's why they gave you that mantis mount at the beginning, just in case you mayhap. I don't know, didn't have a mount available, but now, like, everything can do it. Swimming around. If this wreck is the self-same vessel which Soroban spoke, then if the gods are good, the Makatama is nearby. Ready your lamp and keep your eyes open, Yorva. We're going to need to take this slowly. Move too fast and we risk overlooking something. Okay. So this is one of those quests where they're not going to point you in the exact direction, but I want to get to a certain point and then I'll pause for the night. I mentioned earlier that I wasn't sure if let's see, I think I have to like... How did I must have remembered something. I must have remembered in the back of my mind. I managed to be directly on top of where it is. But that was just... I had to invoke something. I have not done this quest in over 10 years. And somehow my brain remembered that information. Somehow. I was taking a shot in the dark. Okay, well that was quick. I swear, looking for a needle in a haystack would be quicker, except that you did that extremely quick. Yorva, did you already know where it was? Kosetsu would have died of old age by the time we finished. Well, I mean, at least that's better than the other fate. You haven't found anything, have you, Yorva? I found exactly what we're looking for, and I did it on the first try. This is it. The Yasakani no Makatama. Exactly as Soroban described. It would seem our fortunes have finally changed for the better. Do you want this weapon? Much as I would like to return and thank Yugiri's parents for the... I like that at least like swam up to us there. As much as I would like to return and thank Yugiri's parents for their assistance, time is of the essence. I say we make for Tamamizu at once. Hold on to it for now, Yorva. Is that just a shark? Okay, hello. Once we arrive, present it to the elder, and then we can learn how to deal with the red Koji. So this being like our adventure under the ocean, a lot of this section is going to deal with turtles. And as we know about beast tribes, or we can't say that anymore because, oh, also apologies, I still have the setting on that makes the ocean effects, so everything's wavy. If you get a bit of motion sickness, that's my bad. But funny enough, I don't get too much bothered by it, which is hilarious because even over the weekend, I have a thing where oh, I just went back to this village. Sorry guys, I gotta go. They're like, wait. We have quests for you. It's like, I'll come back. I don't know why this stuff doesn't bother me, because over the weekend, I was in like one of those antique shops, and they had some older floorboards. I was on the second level, and you know how like with older floorboards, like there's people walking on it, and they kind of like, I don't know, bounce a bit? The bouncing immediately sent me into some state of vertigo where I almost felt like I was gonna fall over. All from just like a little bit of bouncing from like people, you know, walking on old floorboards. But yeah, I had to take a minute. Don't ask me how the Pegasus horse is doing this underwater. It just can. It's just allowed to, alright? Is it past this rock? Where am I? It should be right here, right? Oh, there it is. I can't see shit around here. But yeah, I've known, oh yeah, I need a 2 to this before I forget. That is an effect, if the underwater effects ever bother you, you can turn it off in this game. And I know it's been like a big point of discussion, because like half the player base, I swear, half the player base can't stand it. You are returned! And the Yasaki... Gosh, I keep thinking it's Yasaki. Yasakani no Magatama, I trust. I don't know what Yasakani... Kani is crab. Ah, there's no mistake. Well done, well done. So, about the Red Kojin, you said that there was a way to make them retreat into their shells? Don't you guys not actually have shells, you just wear backpacks? Anyways, are you ready to tell us now? Do we just take their backpack away from them? I did indeed, and yes, I am. I like that you just be like, I did indeed, and I lied. I will not be telling you. You see, divinity resides not only in material vessels, but in individuals. In laying claim to this most sacred of treasures, you have demonstrated an affinity with the divine. To treat men and women such as you... To treat with men and women such as you is to invite fortune into our homes. Gladly, we will aid your cause. All is ready, Soroban. Then give them what they require. It's like I got a pair of Crocs here. This is a ceremonial knife of some sort. Yes, you kill yourself with it. Before this blade, that which is sealed shall open. The treasure vault of the Kojin on the Isle of Zeki. It is there that our most prized relics, be they of the red or the blue, are kept safe. Fiercely do the red guard it, for its contents are more precious than their lives. Were the vault to be attacked, the response would by necessity be immediate. Kojin would be summoned from moms around to defend their treasures. So they're like dragons almost, but they're turtles. And were we to sow enough chaos, the Red in service to the Imperials would have no choice but to answer the call, as it were. Giving the Confederacy the sign they've been waiting for. Without the Kojin, the Imperials don't have enough troops in Asari to hold off the pirates. However, you must understand that the vault is holy ground, home to 1,000 kami. To intrude upon it without paying the proper respects is a sacrilege we cannot condone. They may be evil, but we're not savages. So, if we were to pay the proper respects, would it be alright? Great! How do we do that then? She's like, let's just do that. The Yasakani no Magatama is one of the 3 most coveted treasures of the Kojin, and the other 2 lie within the vault. Were you to deliver the jewel unto the others, and therefore make them whole, the kami may forgive your trespass, and instead delight in your mischief-making. If that's what you want to call murder. So, if I understand you correctly, you want us to take this sacred jewel coveted by your red brothers and deliver it to their treasure vault. Well, that's usually where treasures go, Alize. More or less. The Yasakani no Magatama belongs on the Isle of Zeki, so as long as it finds its way there, we are satisfied. All things have a place. That is what the, what is it? All those organizers on YouTube says. The Magatama has chosen you to bear it to its brothers. Had it not, you would have never found it. Wait, did I not even need to guess? Maybe it just appears no matter where you put it? Maybe I'm not a genius. I don't know. Anyways. I shall inform the Confederacy of your plans, and bid them make ready to act when the time is right. Yeah, so we're doing all of this just so that the pirates will actually get up on their ass and actually be fucking pirates. The Isle of Zeki lies to the west of Suinosato. Look for the cave beneath the waters. May fortune favor you in all this, and other endeavors. Okay. Right then. I am not normally in the habit of sneaking into heavily guarded treasure vaults, but if this is the only way to convince the Confederacy to act, then so be it. We should be prepared for a fight. The bigger the better. The kind where you'll wish you had 7 of your most battle-hardened friends at your side. She's making reference to the fact that there's 8 people needed to do a primal fight. I don't know about you two, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Me too, let's do this. Let's just go beat up some people, just for the hell of it. Right. Not left to say then. You nervous? Is this your first primal fight? Me? Nervous? Come now. I mean, it's not as though I haven't risked my life in ridiculous ways before. Well, maybe I am a little bit. I mean, we all could die horribly. Strangest thing, that. Completely out of character, even. Anyway, let's go. Let's see, this is gonna have us travel. Okay, so I know about what we're doing. So Alize made some tongue-in-cheek reference to the fact that you'll need 7 other players in this battle. Funny enough, there always seems to be a boss fight, a primal boss fight around the level X3 moment. So I'm gonna leave it here because we're gonna get ourselves into something long pretty soon. So I'm thinking, since we're now at level 63, I should probably get on with these samurai quests. And I think I'll wait to do Shisui of the Violet Tides after we do Primal, that I'm not going to mention whose name it is. But we will be entering a Primal fight pretty soon, so I'm gonna leave that for Tuesday's episode. It's gonna be pretty good, actually. I like this Primal fight. You might be wondering, what Primal's under the sea? Well, you'll see. And, so I'm gonna end it right here with all of these, friendly turtle people. And I might do some... God, there's so many side quests in this area. I'm gonna see about unlocking flight. I'm not sure I'm able to fully do it before, I'll see. But, I think you will need to beat up, Redacted over here first before you fully unlock flight. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you for tuning in for tonight, and I will see you on Tuesday in the next episode. Good night.